Hello guys, we're going to start in here in just a second. Just going to share the link here. Alright. Alright, gonna share the stuff here. Interesting. Ooh, Goldberg and Lesnar. Oh, man. I'll take that challenge. That'd be a neat little opener. For IGW title. That works out because... Well, let's see here. How do we want to do this? Well, Goldberg has the current PCCW Hardcore title. So, here's an idea. Let's do it a double title match. Where both titles are up for grabs. The IGW title and the PCCW Hardcore title. Winner takes both belts. If that works. Let's see if my volume's good. It is. Good. Alright, don't have to worry. Oh yeah, it'll be hardcore rules. Hardcore rules will be applied. Alright. So that'll be the opener. It's not in the booking, but the opening match is going to be Goldberg of IGW versus Brock... No, Goldberg of PCCW going against Brock Lesnar of IGW. Both the PCCW Hardcore title and the IGW Championship will be on the line. Since it's hardcore match, no DQ rules will apply. Let's see. For sake of this, let's... For the double title match here... Oh, wait a sec. Goldberg doesn't have the hardcore... Wait, no, it's... Is it hardcore? Yeah, it's hardcore, yeah. So, for sake of simplicity, let's just have it... We'll since we can't, like, in-game do, like, double title, we'll just put we'll just, in this one, we'll have Brock's thing up for grabs. And if you, and that way, if Goldberg wins it, then he has both. But if, yeah, exactly. Alright, that's the opener there. Have a big night tonight. This is kind of pretty much TWN's WrestleMania. So, let's see how it goes here. Well, I know I'm doing a pay-per-view because I kind of delayed my WrestleQuest, IGW WrestleQuest event, because that should have been done more during WrestleMania season. I kind of delayed it a bit because of the way the season has been going. So, I'm definitely doing that.
Fight.
Yeah, and you know, the more I think about it, I don't know with us guys managing two promotions. I know I have 6 pay-per-view cap for the 2 promotions, but realistically speaking, I don't know if a lot of us are able to do like a full 12 pay-per-view thing between 2 promotions. That might be a little impractical. You can do joint pay-per-views with your promotions. You just wouldn't get the benefit of crossover pay-per-view. You wouldn't get those bonuses because you own both, so it'll be treated like a standard pay-per-view. It'll just be joint in name. Oh, hits a spear. Yeah.
1, 2. Give up.
Yeah. That's kind of why I brought up the idea a while back of having, like, all your stuff. Okay, Gray Man. Another jackhammer, oh man.
1, 2.
That's why a while back I brought up the idea of you guys having, like, universal names for your shows and promotions, like how New Japan has the IGW, the IGWP titles or whatever.
Give up. Give up.
You know, just something universal so you can kind of plug them anywhere.
5 minutes gone.
Make things a little easier for that kind of thing. But oh, he's lining up. Oh, he gets hit. Oh, Brock might be in trouble here.
Give up.
As for the rest of the card here, after this match, we got a fatal 4-way for the UPW Championship. Current champ IGW's The Rock will face UPW's Drew McIntyre. PCCW's Pija Muta. Woohoo! Spear and then the jackhammer. and then Iron Sheik from SCW. Is that enough?
2, 3.
Oh, wow.
Ah!
Jeez. Brock's still a freaking beast there. Jeez. Cold brick, gold beater. Oh, I love some of those suggestions. I didn't even get to run down the whole next to the card here. But yeah, but after that Fatal 4-Way, Backlund of SWA. Yeah. But after that Fatal 4-Way that we're going to put on here, after that, Bob Backlund and SWA will defend the TWN Hardcore title against UPW's Stevie Richards. I think it's UPW, could be GSW. After that, XAW's Rama will defend the TWN Women's title against against SWE's Ruby Soho. After that, PCCW's Lance Storm will defend the TWN Junior title against TWL's Ultimo Dragon. After that, FTOA's AJ Styles will defend the TWN Broadcast title against UPW's LA Knight. After that, HWH's Eliminators will defend the TWN National Tag titles against FTOA's Shane Douglas and Bam Bam Bigelow. After that, Gangrel of IGW will defend the TWN National Championship against TWL's Terry Gordy. In the semi-main event, Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens will defend the TWN tag titles against IGW's Abyss and Doink of the Brood. And then the main event, SWA's Davey Richards will defend the TWN Championship against HWH's Kenyon. So definitely a full card here tonight. Yeah, Goldberg's a double champion now. And now I gotta... That means The Rock will face Goldberg at IGW WrestleQuest. That's gonna be coming up pretty soon here. I also have to remind people that DPS is still commissioner, so if there's any of these matches that don't quite suit him, he can change them on a whim if he chooses to do so. This is a fatal 4-way, so it's first to pin wins the title. IGW's The Rock has held on to the UPW title since winning it. He's gonna get a chance to defend it here. It was good, an open challenge, but I think he bought off more than he can chew here with some of the contestants here. Competitors. Did I switch him in here to your promotion in game? I have not. He's still technically in developmental, so I'll have to do that when I get a chance. He is transferred over when you signed him on Discord. I just didn't remember to do it. Alright, let's see how it goes here. Fatal 4-way.
Fight. Food.
Quite a colorful thing here. Great Man's post of really good episode of Dynamite. It's just a bunch of like WWE guys backstage. Oh, let me see what I put as the rules for inner belt winning here.
Give up. One.
So the way with yeah. So the way it works with belt stealing from other promotions is you will be rewarded for popularity points when you win a belt from a promotion, but instead of a blanket reward, you take it away from the other promotion. So, for example, since you won the IGW title from me, you'll be taking 4 popularity points away from me to your promotion. And every time you successfully defend the belt, you get 8 popularity points from my promotion. So you can really drain people really fast.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Give up. Give up. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, definitely. Ooh. Oh jeez, that would drain a lot of people. There hasn't been a lot of cross-promotion talk this season.
Are you ready?
I think after the last couple seasons there's quite a bit of it, but I mean, even though we have a lot of wrestlers, everyone kind of has their rosters pretty settled for the most part, so I think everyone's kind of just reorganizing themselves a bit, trying to develop stuff.
One, two.
Ooh.
Bring it. Give up. Give up.
Fossil crab there. For anyone curious, I did do a poll the other day for wrestling game projects. So far the lead is the group of, it's 6 votes so far. So far 1 of the 5 has 4, which is the SVR series plus FPR returns as stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Are you ready?
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to have all those different gimmicks there for him.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, what the frick?
Bring it.
Well, this would be a good time to talk about it, because I actually start having some big plans on stuff, long-term plans for some wrestling game stuff. I don't know how much of it I want to give away here, but I'm kind of been thinking about maybe exploring the open options of wrestling games as a whole in a specific way. But in terms of create a wrestler, really any of the 2K games are gonna have solid create a wrestler. Maybe 15 might be rough, but 14 and then 16 through 19 will be good. 20s, we're not even gonna talk about 20. 22 and 23 are fine, but I'm probably gonna stay away from those ones because they're too new. They don't really have, I don't know. No. Yeah, I listed a bunch. I just listed all of them in general. What I should have done, and I thought about it, but I didn't pull the trigger on it. What I should have done is, like, put a star by games that have the full creation options for things. Because in all honesty, out of the games I mentioned there, really the games I put on a poll are the ones that really have the creation options for stuff. Some stuff we could do kind of the same as what we do with TWN and in older case YWA, while others might be a little bit more different than that because of the game. But yeah, it seems like a lot of people wanted the SVR games, the WWE games, and FPR returns as option. Yes and no. Technically, you create a wrestler's a little rough. You can get away with it, but it's weird. It's like they put they put a lot of effort on choices on areas that aren't as I see as important as other areas. There are belts you could use. They're just the AEW titles, but you can use them. So you got that at least in terms of open worldness. You can create arenas, but it's very, very bare bones. Like, it's barely even a thing. Yeah, the SVR games I gotta experiment with a little bit, and that's kind of what I've been thinking about, because I've been thinking about maybe, like, doing a thing of, like, exploring all, like, the kind of a loose universe style thing that a lot of wrestling games kind of have, and just kind of go through them like on camera. Granted, that type of thing would take a long time to do, but I kind of feel like the only way we're ever truly gonna know like what games measure up well is literally doing it on camera. SVR 6 was good. The problem with SVR 6 is the belt system was very misleading, and it kind of ruined what we were trying to do. So, even though I mentioned SVR 6, I don't think it would be for the thing that we would originally were going to be doing for RCW, because I'm also kind of looking for a new RCW home a little bit, but it's not as big as a priority. Yeah, 6 still had some Here Comes the Pain-ism. 7 was more simulation-based. I don't mind doing stuff in 7, but I need to explore it more. Most people edge out 6 over 7 a lot of the times, but 7 does have merit. But 08 is the one that's garbage. Like, I saw a video of people doing a project with 08, and 08's a pretty garbagey game. It's not good. Yeah, that's what I'm probably gonna do. I just wanted to see if there was any, like, specific games that people really, really wanted over others, and there's some few voices. I guess I was just wanted to see what stuff stuck out, and see if anyone was looking for anything specific. Next up, we got Backlund versus, Stevie Richards in a hardcore match for the TWN Hardcore title, ironically, the stuff is already preset there. AKA, I'm hot on PC. Yeah, I did have as an option as, WrestleMania, 2000 along with the Legends of Wrestling games, like one of those 4 choices. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the frame rate. And that's the thing, too. I guess at the end of the day, I guess I'm just looking to see if I can do something kind of in a loose realm of kind of like what we do with YWA. Because let's be honest, TWN stuff, we're really only going to do that with Fire Pro stuff. There's not really a good way to do that outside of Fire Pro. But, however, YWA or RCW like stuff we could do in some other games. We could even go as far as maybe doing something like a Brand Warfare Network thing in other games too. In some other games too, although they would have to be much newer games, like definitely in the 2K Universe era kind of games. Let's see, and then Mick Dickey, and that's the thing with him, like, his type of sandbox is different, though. You don't really have control. It's more like a GTA sandbox, where the game is alive. You don't really have any control, but it's alive. What I might do with Wrestling Empire, though, is I want to try to get the Steam version of the game and get mods for it, because I have heard that getting mods for that is a lot easier than Fire Pro. So I want to try to do that, and maybe I can find some things that could allow me to do a little bit more project-like stuff with it. But we'll have to see. That's more of a long-term one. In all honesty, in terms of, like, in-universe projects, probably games that would be kind for it. Let me set stuff up here first. I don't remember if Stevie Richards is in. See, yeah, he's right here. Right. So here's the games. And I'm doing this from the poll. I'm not gonna really be doing it from what I put on Discord, because all those games don't really have this kind of stuff, really. So, really, all the 2K modes with Universe mode, any of those games would be eligible. I don't have, like, PS4 versions. I have PS3 versions of 15, 16, and 17. 18 I don't have, period. I don't have the PS4 versions of those games, though, but I could get them. It's not hard if we really decide on a game. 19 I wouldn't mind doing stuff in, because it's more of a timeless game, but I really need to explore those games to see. So any of those could do stuff in. WWE Raw 2 on Xbox, it has great creation stuff, but in order to really do anything with it, we would have to go into the main mode of it. It would take a minute, but we could do something there. There are belts used in that mode, but it was kind of during that odd period where they did not have mid-card titles, so that's kind of a weird thing we would have to go through there. The WrestleMania and Day of Reckoning games, it's kind of a toss-up with those, because 18 does have belts, like a lot of belts, but no belt creation. 19, I'm not sure about 19. Day of Reckoning I don't think has belt stuff. So it's kind of a weird category there. Legends of Wrestling 1, 2, and Legends of Wrestling Showdown, I mean, they have creation and they have the roster, but I really need to look into those games to, like, know how far we could go with it. I don't know about belts, though. I don't know if they do anything there. WWF WrestleMania 2000 is a good idea for one to do something in, because there's not as much as No Mercy, but it doesn't have the save glitch. And it technically does have create a title in that game, but it's very, very, very bare bones. But it's good to have, though. So we could do something in that game, it's just, it might be a little bit more cumbersome, but the result will be good at the end of it. And really, when it comes down to it, probably a good one, the best one to look into would probably be the SBR titles. Yeah, we can, if we can get the one without a save glitch, that would make a difference. Yeah, exactly. So, we could try that. I have to think about it. Because I need to, if I'm gonna do that, I need to make sure that every time I boot that game up, it's gonna have the stuff I made as saved. Because if it's one of those things where it's different every time, no matter what I download or whatever, then that kind of dices things up a bit. Yeah, it can, because yeah, it just depends. It also depends on the amount I can get away with too, because I think we eclipsed the 18 limit that's in No Mercy. And here's the thing too, even though I am looking for a new home for RCW, guys, I wouldn't mind starting a whole brand new thing in a game too. I wouldn't mind that either, and kind of expand the Campy Company wrestling universe, if, with lack of a better term.
1, 2.
Yeah, in that case, I would probably copy movesets and just change the signatures and finishers and maybe some other tweaks so that guys don't have the same moves. That's what I typically do with new RCW guys. And the thing is, too, is technically we could still do them in 2K23. It's just with 2K24 out and all that. I just, and plus what happened at the last stream, I just don't really feel like continuously doing stuff in 2K23 at this point. I'd rather, even if it's kind of a pain in the ass, I'd rather try something in a different 2K game, or even an SBR game even. Yeah, because with the SBR games, the first SBR game, it's kind of dicey on that one. Yeah, for that one. SBR06, we kind of tried it. We could do something in it, but it wouldn't be quite that. Yeah, really, in all honesty, 2K14 is probably the best contender for stuff. 13 is a good, WWE 13 is a good choice too, but I don't know if we want to go full board with that one, and that's something I'll talk about in a little bit. But SCR 07, I don't know, I have to test it. 08, I can already tell it's going to be garbage, so I don't think we need to do much there. 09, 10, and 11 could have potential, but I would need to explore them a bit. 12 and 13 could have potential too, especially 13. Fire Pro returns. Oh, Stevie kick, critical.
I'll show you. You'll see.
Alright, so as a rule, I don't count criticals toward injury during TWN pay-per-view events because they're kind of neutral ground, so I don't think it will be fair to lose a guy on a neutral event like that. But Stevie Richards, doing, I think it's GSW proud. But even Fire Pro Returns, I wouldn't mind doing stuff in, just because it's a little different. I may be a little hesitant about it, because we technically already do a lot of Fire Pro, but Returns, I wouldn't mind dabbling a little something in that one. And then you have the OG SmackDown games. The first SmackDown game, I don't think there's a lot we can do in that one, because it's kind of limited on space creation stuff. SmackDown 2, though, we could probably do something interesting in that one. Maybe not full board RCW-like stuff, but we could do something there. Yeah, I found an article on that, and I can bring that up now too. But there is a small vocal minority that do prefer returns. Let's see, Just Bring It. We could do something in Just Bring It. It does have title options of stuff. But no create a belt. But there are title stuff we could look into with that one. Shut Your Mouth is a good one too. It does have some good creation stuff. It doesn't have a belt system, but it has belt attire, so we could have them wear belts and just record the stats. Here Comes the Pain I put on there, but out of all the games, Here Comes the Pain is the only one without a lick of a belt system whatsoever. However, it is in season mode, and we could do some interesting messing around with season mode with some stuff, but it would be a little unorthodox and might take some time. Funny. Alright, next match. Women's champion title match, and finally we can get some turn DQ off here. Ramman will defend it against Ruby Soho. Alright, let's see how it goes. That's really all the ones there. Really 2K14, there's a lot of good we can do in that game. I actually have an interesting thing I want to try to do in 2K14, but I might want to think about it a little bit. Yeah, Firefall Return. Let me look it up here. Alright, here's a Reddit thing. So I'm going to read off Reddit here for this. So here's something. While most parts of the world outright supersede returns having several layers per body part in Endemon as opposed to only 3, for example, there were a few things that returns had the world didn't. And those things are almost unanimously what makes people prefer returns over world. Well, first, returns had a starting roster of 328 default wrestlers, all based off real world wrestlers. World's vanilla default no DLC roster numbers at 30. We are essentially who all are essentially templates. None are one-to-one based off real wrestlers. And as a sublet of that, at the time of its release, being able to create 500 custom edits per save file made Returns have the largest roster out of every wrestling game released at the time, and even for several years afterward. The advent of save file transfer chicanery in both hard console and emulation also allowed you to create literally thousands of wrestlers and variations across several memory cards and save files. The matchmaker mode in Returns wasn't DLC like Fire Promoter is, and you only played through a single year, but it had special events if you booked certain people against each other when using certain companies. Some prefer the structure of this version of booking mode over looser ones, and this is a your mileage may vary situation. While Belt Edit only lets you make about 8 or 10 or so custom belts per save, you can select separate center and side tablets and could control 2 separate color highlight combinations for each and for the strap. And another one is some people will grasp onto editable gradients from Returns with iron-fisted grips all the way to their grades, even though Partscraft and World would not only let you make and import accurate parts, but also make and import the gradients. So that's the top one there, is the biggest one. So the biggest one really is the fact that it gives you wrestlers out of the gate to use. Of course, being able to download wrestlers kind of negates some of that, but I can see how some people may prefer having them out of the gate as opposed to messing around with downloading and such.
5 minutes gone.
1, 2.
Yeah. And then the article goes on to have people, like, on Reddit posts, has people criticize the subbing system. And I will say this, the subbing system is a little long-winded, but it's not the worst thing in the world, but it is a little, it's not as simple as 2Ks, we shall say.
Great. 1, 2.
Oh yeah, Steam is a lot easier. Oh yeah, Steam is a lot easier for a lot of that stuff. In all honesty, technically the Steam version of this game is technically superior in terms of storage and download simplicity. Really the only thing this game has over the Steam version, outside of maybe some edits and creations maybe being exclusive on a system depending on which creator prefers what,
Give up.
is this game does have a cheat code where you can unlock everything off the bat, while the Steam version doesn't. So that's something to keep in mind there. But with the lack of memory restraints on Steam, the Steam version compared to PS4, it kind of negates that issue a little bit. Oh, we got a new champion. '91, best match of the night so far. In under 10 minutes? Jeez. A lot of people talking about comparing the game to like GM mode of 06 and 2K14. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, whatever works. Dreamscape, yeah. Like, who knows what kind of warped sense it has now. Let's see. Junior title. Storm defending it against Ultimo Dragon. Let's see how it goes here. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if we ever have. So, I think overall, in terms of future wrestling projects, I guess I'm looking... Yeah, he was. He went to Japan, he had a cup of coffee in WWE, but outside of that, he kind of didn't really show up much in American promotions, really. Maybe TNA? Maybe? I don't know. That's a good question. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do with wrestling game stuff, I think it's just going to have to be a combination of exploring game modes, experimenting with stuff. I do have some individual projects that I might do some sneak peeks at. I think it wouldn't hurt to reveal some of them here since it's a big event and all. One thing I want to try to do is, I really am looking to do something in 2K14 because of all that's in that. I might have said this a while back, but a while back I pretty much recreated all the YWA stuff in that game, like roster and all, but it's like old YWA stuff, like the Asylum Slam days, so it needs heavy changing. But I don't know if I'm going to do that stuff there for that, though. I might want to do something completely original. It just depends. Yeah, nope, not doing that. But yeah, I'll have to see. Because I might want to do something different. 2K14? Oh, wow. There's quite a few. You can... Well, pretty much what I'm thinking is that really explore that universe mode, because what I really, something I want to do is I want to like do a complete YWA restart, but like kind of like an alternate universe Earth 2 kind of YWA, where everyone's wrestlers and guys are built from scratch with new moves and perspectives. You know, because when we created a lot of those guys, they created those guys like way back years ago. And a lot of those guys that were made for that were made without any sort of input or anything. So I kind of want to, you know, really go back to the ground running. But I don't want to do that in Fire Pro though. I want to do it in something with a bit more of a life to it, if you will. But yeah, 2K14, it has and this is something I could do in Choose Your Own Game Venture, really explore the stuff a little bit, but basically what it has is you can create a move in that game. It's a little hitchy, but you can't create moves in the game. You can create stories in the game, but its mileage can vary. Universe mode is very polished up, has a lot of cutscenes and stuff. Create a wrestler's great. You got 100 slots to work with. It has a big ass roster.
5, 6.
I pretty much got almost everything unlocked to work with. Create arena, just a lot of creation stuff. Probably the most creation stuff in a WWE game ever. The only thing it doesn't have is video stuff. You can't create videos. It was in 13, but they cut it out because people were hacking it and getting it caused a legal headache for them. 13 is a good choice for a lot of reasons, but it has a lot of the same stuff, just a little bit less, maybe not as polished. But what really gets people into 13 is the Attitude Era drivenness of things. Like, there's a lot of Attitude Era stuff in that game, so that really gets a lot of people cranked up for, even though 14 is probably technically the better game. The only thing about doing like unique stuff in that game is that we would have to do a lot of the looks and stuff from scratch, and it can be a little tough.
1, 2, 3.
But I wouldn't necessarily am looking to do YWA stuff in 2K14 either. Like, I would be perfectly fine with doing like something like a brand warfare kind of thing in that game as well. But 2K19 would be a good substitute for those as well. The only thing with 2K19 is that I already downloaded a bunch of guys before the servers went down. So it's, if anything, it could probably be used more for a brand warfare thing than an OG creation thing, although I am more than happy to get an Xbox, get another installment of the game on another system to do stuff. But we could also do that in another 2K game. I wouldn't mind trying something out in 2K18, 2K17, or 2K16. 2K15 probably not, because it's known for being pretty limited on things. But those other games I wouldn't mind trying some stuff in.
One, two, three.
Ultimo wins the title. New champion abounds here. Another great match there. Yeah. Styles and LA Knight for the broadcast title up next. Where is it? It's right here. There we go. Alright, let's see how it goes here. But here's the other thing too. We could easily do like RCW stuff in 2K14 as opposed to YWA. Or hell, we could even mix match stuff, because there's a lot of guys we created over the years for projects that have been saved up and stuff, like John Madden's guys and all that. So it depends. Yeah, it's something I gotta think about, but I have another big project idea, but I kind of want to save that for Discord as kind of a discussion surprise kind of thing, because I kind of want to see if it's something that people would be interested in and worth doing.
Fight.
Yeah, because there's the other thing with the 2K14 Universe mode, because it does have, so far, some quirks. One is that the amount of titles per show is kind of small. You pretty much you can do a main belt, a tag belt, a mid-card belt, and a woman's belt, and that's it. There's not really a whole lot of flexibility there, although there's a great page online with great tips on how to do a good Universe mode. create a story. I did hear that if used with creative wrestlers can make it a little bit more glitchy, but I don't know how much like merit that has, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Vicious move right away. But yeah, the Earth 2 YWA, what I mean by that is, because I know we did something like that in 2K22, but so something like that, just more polished up and realized, and a little bit more thought out.
5 minutes gone.
But a lot of that will depend on how... A lot of that stuff is just dependent on, like, how people feel about those kind of things. 'Cause I know a lot of people are still very, like, TWN only, which is fine because it's pretty much like the be-all end-all of how we do things. But it is something that I also want to see what other people think of. Because really, any of these projects I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look to do them more on the long-term side of things. So I want to make sure that it's something that is beyond, like, just me. And also, some people may have other ideas on some things that I'm not thinking of as well. More brainbusters there. Going for a phenomenal forearm. Ooh.
1, 2. 10 minutes gone.
Go Fenner down there. He has, but nothing long term or major, I don't think. So I think it's Money in the Bank. In all honesty, I'm kind of thinking maybe Jey Uso gets it. He's due for something. But it could be anybody. But I do know that they, like I've said before, they got a lot of mid-card guys who aren't getting anything right now because they have everything tied up in story stuff. And they need to start getting them stuff. Yeah. The only trick is, will they be prepared to pull the trigger or have him be a world champion? Styles retains. A world champion or a WWE champion. That's going to be a whole nother thing there. Because I don't know if they want to do a thing of him holding it and not successfully cashing in. I think they're going to give the U.S. title, because he's been feuding with Logan Paul. I think they're going to give it to him. Now we got some tag action here. He has King of the Ring, and he's going to be challenging a belt at SummerSlam, so I don't think he'll be doing Money in the Bank stuff. Yeah, so probably not him. Yeah, no. Maybe one of his henchmen might be in Money in the Bank. I could see that happening. Bronson Reed. You know what? Bronson Reed would be a pleasant surprise if he wins Money in the Bank. I wouldn't mind that. I think he's done good work. 8. It's 8. However, I think also at the same time, I think if you're going to give the guy a Money in the Bank, you gotta give it to him with the idea that he could be a World or WWE Champion, and I don't think they would do that with somebody like Bronson Reed. It has to be people who have the possibility. Not guys who are probably just going to be mid-card guys. Because if you do any less than possibility, then you're pretty much kind of giving them the scrap there. Eliminators versus Douglas and Bam Bam of FDOA here. If Knight is still not champion, a mid-card champion, then yeah, probably Money in the Bank. Braun Breaker would be a great pick. Ela would be good. Ludwig would be awesome, I think. AJ and Randy would be good workers in there. Yeah, they're all good. I think out of all of them, I think Jay, Braun Breaker, LA if he doesn't have a title yet. If he does, then probably not him. Ela would be a good one. Yeah, but I think it'd be interesting if he did. I think that could create a little bit of fonder between him and Gunther. So there is a good story there if they want to explore it. But it depends on if Ludwig proves himself by that point. So we'll have to see. I know he's kind of feuding with, ironically, Sheamus right now. Ironically enough. Man, I was kind of hoping Sheamus would be kind of on a higher pedestal after his mini run with Gunther for that IC title. Putting down, yeah. Let's see, what was it? Yeah, Douglas. It just depends, but that's a great thing about, I gotta keep my controller plugged in. But that's a great thing about WWE's roster right now. A lot of guys you can plug in a lot of places and it can work. Hey, let's see how it goes here.
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's why them adding that speed title is so helpful.
Come on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, fucking hell, if you're gonna have if you're gonna have that much TV time a week, you better do some building. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see how things go. Either way, I think WWE's in the best shape it's been since, I would dare say, Ruthless Aggression era. I think that's the last time they've been in this good of shape, in all honesty. I think after Ruthless Aggression era, they just kind of got hollowed out, and they've never been the same until Triple H fully took over. But on the other end of it, AEW, my god, like, it's a shame. I just think the biggest issue with AEW right now, it's kind of, because the thing is, yes, it's the PG era, that's what it's called. And then after PG era was the reality era, and that was the shortest era of them all. It was like a few years. And then it's the new era, and that lasted for a long time. Right now, I don't know what this era is called. I've heard a lot of people say the Triple H era. I've also heard some people say the Renaissance era, which I prefer the naming after a guy. I think Renaissance era would be a good name for it after the dark ages we've been through with WWE stuff. Paul Ella. Yeah.
Give up?
But yeah, it's just an interesting thing right now, dynamic right now, because you have WWE working with TNA. TNA COVID Bloodline will be its own era. I mean, for the most part, I mean, I think it's all umbrellaed under the new era, but to be honest, Rings of Saturn right there, to be honest, even though the Triple H era started before this, a lot of people consider Cody winning at WrestleMania 40 the beginning of the Renaissance era. Everything before then was kind of like, everything before then is kind of considered like 1997 in WWF, the year like just when before they became Attitude, all that build up to that point. It's kind of considered like that, kind of. But that whole Bloodline thing was across different eras. Yes, definitely. And I think it's a great name. It's very aptly named for that, for the time they're in right now. But yeah, them working with TNA, I've heard rumors that they're going to start working with other promotions for stuff. I mean, in all honesty, like if WWE starts working with other promotions, I don't know what AEW is going to do, because that part of their bread and butter was their willingness to work with other promotions like TNA and Japanese promotions. But if all they're going to get is New Japan, then they might be kind of shit out of luck right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's, you know what's weird? I think. Hi guys. It just decided to cut out on me. Like, it wasn't like a game glitch or anything, it's just broadcast stopped out of nowhere. I will say, like, I've been very lucky, because the last time I had anything like that happen was before I updated the internet. So, I'll give it credit. I mean, it's been pretty good. I just think it's just one of those things that happens from time to time. I mean, freaking hell, it happened a hell of a lot more at my old place, and that internet there was technically supposed to be better, so. Yes. Yes, I'm just resharing the link here. I mean, we were kind of over halfway, but I'm not too mad about this. Like, when it cuts off during big events like this, it's a little infuriating, but I don't mind it as much because it is big stuff, and I kind of am aware that it can be a little much. But I have to say that I've been very lucky with this internet that this has barely happened, so I'm not too mad about it. It just kind of sucks I have to go through the combining process, but it is what it is. But in all honesty, I also have, I mean, I think the longest I've streamed is like an hour and a half on here so far. I'll have to look at the stats of it. Alright, it looks like everything's set, so let's keep this going. So yeah, the last time I've had... Last time a stream interrupted me was one of my test streams when I had like the first stage 1 internet before I updated it to the streams I've been doing since. Yeah, the longest stream I've had during the before it quit on me was an hour and a half. So I mean, it's solid. We know it's solid. The last time it quit on me was at the last place with the older internet. Was it last place?
1, 2.
Let me see.
1, 2.
Yeah, it was last place.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah, because that's not good. Yeah. So, I'm not too mad about it, but it is something I'm going to keep an eye on. I know there were some lag hints in a last stream or two randomly there and there, but I've been pretty lucky. So, I think it's just one of those things I'll just have to keep an eye out on. I guess, in all honesty, I would almost expect it at most, almost as often as the last place, but so far I'm thinking maybe less. So, yeah, I think it is. I think it's outside my control, because there's nothing wrong. Because here's the thing, unlike the last place, this is just one internet that's being shared with my wife doing Xbox or Roku stuff, and like a little Google Voice thing. That's really it. In the old place, it was pretty much exclusive. The top internet of the two was exclusive pretty much to my streams for the most part, and it still ran into problems. While this, by itself, has been very consistent. Okay. So, I haven't been doing 4. It's pretty much the range has been like 1.5 to like 3. But the highest I've seen is 2.8. Streaming is like 720. Like you said, it is set there. I don't know about frames per second. I don't know about that setting. So, but the other one that accompanies it, it's typically in the 90s to even in easily 100s to like 150s. So, it's been working. Haven't had any issues. 720, 60. Okay, well, yeah. it's been solid. Like, I can't really complain about it. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where I think it's just like YouTube kind of being an asshat sometimes and just kind of abruptly stopping it without warning.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think of. Okay, yeah.
Come on.
And that's fine. I'm not picky on that stuff like some people can be. Yeah. YouTube's just kind of messy with those things.
$20 minutes gone.
Yeah. Ring to Saturn. Oh, title retention. Yeah, we went through 6 matches in the first part, so we were a little over halfway through. $84, not bad. Gangrel and Terry Gordy for the national title up next. Where is that? Let's see. Alright, let's see how this one goes here. This should be interesting. Yeah, because when I was doing stuff in my place, my older place, it legit felt like, at times where I felt like almost every other stream was being cut off sometimes. So, I still think this internet still overall probably trumps my older internet because it's been more consistent with a little bit less in one area. I mean, the other area is a lot more than than it was in the older place, but it loosely balances out, but it's still been very consistent, so it's just something we're gonna ride out. Because it's also could be one of those things. You know what? That could be it. Maybe there's just certain times and certain days where shit just happens and it comes back on. I know there are times where when I'm doing stuff every once in a while, the internet, it doesn't do it when I updated it, but my first internet I got, it would hop back and forth between connections a little bit. But once I updated it here, it doesn't do it like hardly if any at all. So it's just one of those things. I do not think it'll be a persistent problem like in the older place. So it's just a small cost of doing what we do on the channel. And it's not the end of the world either, because it doesn't really harm you guys necessarily, because you're still seeing the event. It's just, you know, you have to like refresh the page. And you'll get the combined video a little later on too, so you don't really have to worry about it too much. It's really just more work. It's just not a lot more work for me, just a little bit more work for me.
Give up.
Ooh. So, I'll talk about it more at the end of the stream, but in terms of streams tomorrow, it's going to be a little experimental tomorrow. I'm going to try to do the GM mode of SmackDown vs. Raw 6, resume going into that. I'm going to try to do that very early in the day. After that, I'm going to try to do some... I'm actually going to make the announcement of the project early tomorrow on the Discord. The big one that I think I'm actually going to go through with, in all honesty. Because I think it will be interesting, and I think it can be a lot of fun. And the other stuff like RCW stuff, YWA Earth 2 and all that, that stuff can be a part of that as well, but we'll see. It just depends on how ambitious I feel and how much of a drive there is for things.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Ooh,
14,
Tiger Driver.
15.
1.
Also, in all honesty, something I should probably do in my spare time, because I don't think there'll be anyone looking into this, but I really should look into 2K23's Universe mode, because that's really the only thing, again, game I haven't looked at, and after all the looking I did in 2K22 of it, I really should see if there's any legit betterment in 2K23. I won't do anything live of it unless there's a huge thing about it, because in all honesty, I'm doing a decent amount right now, and 2K24 is out. No one's gonna look into 2K23's universe mode with 2K24 out.
10 minutes gone.
1, 2, 3.
Oh ho! Retention! Yeah, I own 22 too, but I'm not gonna go back to that one. That one just rubbed me the wrong way, something fierce. 23 though is pretty solid. I don't really have a lot of complaints with 23. I mean, really, in all honesty, it's kind of a shame that my streams ended up the way they did when I did WrestleMaster, because if that went a lot more smoothly, I probably would be okay with still doing 23 stuff, but it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and I just really would rather just do that stuff in a different 2K game. Yeah, I did that too. I didn't finish it, but I did a good chunk of it, I think. Oh yeah, are you looking at the superstar mode and universe mode? Yeah, that wasn't. I was kind of hoping for more with that one. I was kind of hoping for a bit more of a My Rise taste than that. And maybe there is in 23, but like I said, I really gotta look into it, because I don't think I really need to see. I think I'll have to look. I just don't know how I'm gonna go about it. I may put in the RCW guys and do some fun there. I'll have to see. But I don't know if I want 2K23 to be the RCW game. That's the thing. I don't know if I want it to be like that. I almost think I may want it a different game to be that. It's just a question of what game should it be. Alright, semi-main event, tag titles on the line. TWN tag titles. Bockwinkel and Stevens of TBF will be defending it against Abyss and Doink of IGW. Alright, let's see how it goes here.
Fight!
Ooh. Oh, shock treatment Lansing out of the ring.
1, 2,
1,
That's it again.
1, 2, One, 2,
That's funny.
3, 4, 5.
Man, you should see him lifting Crash Holly. He might as well be
7,
lifting a skyscraper.
8, 9, 10,
Ooh.
11, 12.
Oh, Bockwinkel's
13.
busted open. But I know in that poll I did on the community tab, I've seen some people already putting games they want to see. I know one person wants to see the SmackDown vs. Raw season mode. So I know a guy wanted to see Xbox 2, WWE Raw 2 on Xbox explored a little bit, and I also saw Fear said that he wouldn't mind seeing Fire Pro return. Yeah, here, let's see if I can put a link in the comments. hasn't really changed.
Give up. Give up.
There. Stevens makes the tag. Also, on a side note, when I did like do the setup stream thing, the stream numbers were like pretty through the roof. So it's definitely not a matter of like inconsistent internet or anything. It's just one of those things that it just gets fucky with connection. I don't think it really matters to an extent how high my internet goes. I think it's just something that's just gonna happen at some point.
11.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess I just want to see what everyone, I don't know, I guess I just like to see where everyone stands on certain games, because I want to see, like, which ones demand a little bit more attention than others, because at the end of the day, there is a priority of what I feel like playing. I mean, it almost has to be, because it makes it a lot easier to do videos if it's something I want to play. Which typically isn't an issue, but sometimes, you know, everyone goes through that rough. Yeah, because they're the most profitable, in all honesty. The other side ones are a little bit more niche, and the stuff they offer is a little bit more on the random side. But I think they are worth exploring. Like, I think Raw 2, WWE Raw 2 is a good one worth exploring. But like I said, there are things in it that you could do some fun stuff with. It just is a matter of like how ambitious you are. Yeah, that it's something definitely worth looking into. It might just take a little bit of time compared to like the traditional route of things, but I wouldn't mind like dedicating a little thing to like a little mod of AKI action.
Right. Right.
Punch trading.
One, two.
Ooh.
One, two.
Ooh. Indian Deathlock.
Give up. Give up.
Oh, Vader Bomb.
One.
Oh. Whoopee. Oh, misses the... Everyone missed their stuff.
2, 3,
Oh, got hit with the miss.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, let's go.
One, two, three.
Ooh. Champs retain. Wow. '93. Just took a pinfall advantage there. Best match of the night so far. Main event though, Davey Richards, SW taking on Canyon of HWH, TWN Championship on the line. Ah, well, it's not too much left. Just got one match here. Alright, main event. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, I also am going to try to make sure that this video is combined as soon as possible tomorrow, because I want people to be able to see the combined video of this pretty as soon as I can. ASAP. Yeah, I know the parts show up. It's just when I do the combined video, I have to like privatize like the parts because I don't want them competing with each other. Yeah, it depends, because there's some projects I do where if I start and stop streams because of internet issues, I just leave the videos as is. Stuff like season mode or reviews or stuff like that of other games. But with stuff like what we do here with TWN, where it's like specific events and shows and stuff, it's just better to have them as one thing as opposed to split up like that. It just doesn't flow as well. Ooh. Texas Cloverleaf. Trying to wear those legs on. Oh, we got some interference here. Is that Steve Carino? It is. Looks like he's helping former opponent, Canyon. Looks like he wants that title in HWH hands. Oh, flatliner.
one. 5 minutes gone.
Ooh.
1, 2.
Oh. OG flatliner from the other end. Hits it again. Nobody. It goes for a cover that time. Ooh. Maybe. We'll have to see if Richards is. He's been on a roll. Really solidify himself as a good champion. Super kick. Super kick. Goes for a cover.
2.
Toss out of the ring. Gets immediately back in. Ah, coup de grace. Ah, creeping death. Cover.
1, 2.
Ooh. Oh, King and Cutter.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, we got a new champion. Solid right there. Doing HWH proud there. Alright. So despite the little streaming hiccup, this has been a pretty flowy event. For all the matches and stuff, yeah, very good night. Very good night. A lot of great matches here. A lot of title changes too, which is always cool to see. Streaming schedule. Let's see. The GM mode for SmackDown vs. Raw 06 gonna resume that tomorrow, earlier in the day. Later in the day, I am gonna do something, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't heard anything from DPS, Star Fox, and Eli about their shows, but I'm not gonna really rush them necessarily. I think because I do have some other things I'm gonna try to do. I'm gonna make that announcement. It's 2 in the morning, so I'll wait till tomorrow when I wake up to make the announcement of the big wrestling game project that I'm gonna go through with. Along with some minor stuff I may do along with it or separate with it. It just depends on what I'm vibing with. And what other people are vibing with as well. But yeah. But yeah, I think outside of that, other projects, I guess, outside of all that, I am gonna try to get I know I've talked about sports game reviews a while back, but I'm not closer to like getting that fulfilled in, so it might be a little bit much more longer pause than I anticipated. However, I do plan on seeing if I can get NBA Live going this summer, a series review of that. So we're gonna take a look at all the NBA Live games. So from Genesis to PS3. So we'll see how things go with that. I have to test the games to make sure they're all running good before I take on that. But yeah, besides all that though, I expect a combined video of this stream to be uploaded ASAP. So keep an eye out for that as well. But outside of all that, though, that's going to do it for the stream here, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys want to chat with anyone at the camping company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comment section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab on our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.